My new PCB. The last time I did a recap on the different components and the different modules I was going to use for this new version. So just to make a very short recap. Okay, so we have this module, which is communication module that will be in charge of managing the SPI addressing and maybe having some more features, maybe having some LEDs and some interface, for example, with this button. The second module, so you can see this is this one. It is in charge of acquiring the EMG signal, so amplifying it, filtering it, and making it digital. And the final one is the interface with the body. So it will be the small board that is in charge of displaying the different electrodes of this module. So I received them. Is this one then? Okay. So you can see that this one is the communication module with these two faces, like this. Then I have the EMG module, this one, and finally I have this one, which is the electrode pad. So because those one are just, let's say, prototype and some trial, I didn't select the more expensive option that lets you have, for example, castellated hole. So I have just normal holes that have been cut. So it's not perfect. However, it's enough to try, and if it's working, we'll be able to buy the better version. So having plated side to increase the conductivity and the contact with the skin. Oh, and I didn't show you, just to make a test, I have assembled one module, how it should look like. So without the different component, but you have an idea of the different way it should be connected together. Okay, and you can see on this one it's very small. Okay, so today we will try to solder those different boards. I have the different stencil, so let's start with this one. So this one is the one for the communication module. I have this stencil, which is just a metallic plate with some hole inside, and the idea is to be able to superpose this one with the board below, and to find the right alignment to be able to put soldering paste exactly the right amount and at the right places. Okay, so let's try with this one. I don't know if you're seeing correctly what I'm doing, but here I have this small board where I just kind of lock it together like this, and I will be able to lock it a bit better, and then I will put this one on top, put some tape, and just I will be able to do like this. So I will be able to put the paste and then remove it and then get my part. Okay, so as I was saying, now I have this and I'm able to lift it. I'm going to use this. So this is soldering paste. Actually, what is interesting is to look what is inside. I don't know if you can see, but it's a lot of very small balls of tin, and all around you have some flux. So that's a tricky part, because you don't want to put too much of it and you want to press it hard enough, and the best would be to be able to do it in one slide while holding it we'll apply it. Okay, not bad. And there is a soldering paste only on the right position. So you can see that, for example, here it's not the cleanest, but it will be easier. It will be easy after to make sure that there is no connection. The most important are, for example, those one, and they are quite clean, because after it's more complicated to make sure with the soldering iron to remove any unwanted connection. This one is perfect. So this is our board. We are using the front for now. So here it is our microcontroller, our HC32L, and this is our identity comparator, 74HC688, and we have a small capacitor here. So the capacitor is 4.7 microfarads. We have, let's move this guy for now. We have this, a second one for both sides, which is our identity comparator, this guy, which is the microcontroller. Yeah. So here you have all the components, and now we will place them on the board. So double check. Yep. Okay. Good. Now this one. Okay. 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 So this is done. Okay. So it takes some time. So for example, you cannot see, but I have some display here with the temperature. At 75 degrees. These parts that were messy, these different pins that were very messy, is now completely clean, while this part that was quite clean when I put the paste is now connected together. It's not a big deal, and for the first test it would be alright, because it's just connected to one of the external pin, I think. So it is SPI clock. Done. So we will have the other part, so the other side. On the other side we have this and the two LEDs. And of course, since on this side we will not be able to use the heat plate since we have already component, so I will try to use a heat gun to apply the different component. On this one, my God. Okay. Good. Let's try this one. Okay. So, what do we need? Okay. So, we'll need the IDS, a lot of passive component. We need this tension regulator, and yeah, and the crystal behind. Yep. Okay. I found all of them. That's a huge crystal that will be behind. That's an example of when it's bad. And this is an example when it's perfect. I'll show you. Just so you can see at the same time. Okay, let's start with this one. So 100 nanofarads. It's important to ensure that it is flat enough, because sometimes they might just flip when you apply the temperature. good. That's good. Okay, so now next stream will be probably about the testing of this one. So the first thing that we will have to test is if I'm able to program this microcontroller, to test if this identity comparator is working as I want, to test if I'm able with the microcontroller to send some command to the LEDs and to put different colors. Maybe one first test would be to test the connectivity of this pin with this one. Then we will have some tests with this one to see if I'm able to communicate with the SPI through these different pins. Make some connection tests maybe with this one. Then I will have to connect. I think I will not connect them directly. I will just put some wires probably, and then when I feel like it's working, we'll be able to do the first test together. Okay, that was it for today. Thank you very much and see you.